It was obviously we played really good baseball tonight. Patrick actually got off to a little bit of a slow start, but he gave some really good innings there in the middle, third, fourth, got through the fifth, sixth, and we had a chance to get the lead, and we gave the ball to Kevin, and obviously did a tremendous job. Didn't give up a hit. Tried to pitch to contact a little more tonight. He had really good stuff. Stuff was really good, and just tremendous job by our offense getting Mace's pitch count up, fouled off a lot of pitches, and a couple of big swings there. I thought, obviously, the base hit by Opitz to tie it with 2 outs was huge because we'd already left some runners out there that could have tied the ball game and put us in the lead. And then super big hit by Wallace going oppo to give us the lead, and then another big hit by Opitz with 2 outs to give us a 2-run lead there. And then that eighth inning started real. It happened very fast. They got 2 quick outs on 2 pitches. It looked like I think Webb got to a 3-1 count. They had a double. Then they a walk to Goodhart. They didn't want to go the right-hander against the lefty, it looked like, and then Waltz hit a 3-run homer real quick, and then Kevin finished it up. Just a super job by the team, and look forward to coming out again tomorrow and compete.
Coach?
Dave, I think both of Opitz's RBIs tonight came on the first pitch he saw the at-bat. Was he just seeing the ball well tonight, or did you see that coming in batting practice, or what did you think of him?
Well, I thought he had a really good night, obviously, with that he was just, on pitches. I mean, the base hit to right, he jumped on it, like you said. The base hit to left off the left-hander, hitting right-hander was the first pitch, and it was fastball as well. I just, even when he made an out today, he hit the ball really hard to center field, and it might have been on the first pitch. So I just think he was feeling it, and he was looking for a good pitch early. It didn't matter what it was, and he saw it and he hit it. And, it was good to see.
And how big was it for Wicklander after having kind of the short start last week and to bounce back and pitch as well as he did today?
Well, it was big for him and it was big for us. He only threw like 75 pitches last week or whatever he threw, and maybe 70. And I don't know. I think more I don't think he was concerned at all about what happened last week. I think he just didn't have command. He'd given us like 7 or 8 great starts in a row. And, you kind of knew something like that could happen. And Tennessee's a good team. But, it was big. It was big for our team, big for our bullpen, for him to hold them down.
Tom?
Question about Wallace. First home run inside the right field pole, next home run inside the left. I mean, what can you say about the kid tonight?
He had a great night. I mean, what can you say? I mean, drove in 4 runs, hit a solo home run to give us the lead, hit a 3-run homer to the pull side to, not put it away completely, but give us a really good cushion. And, he took some good hacks, the other bats that he didn't get hits on. So, or the other bat. So it was big, he stepped it up for us.
Could you feel the 11,000? Was it a little different?
Definitely feel them. They were loud. We really appreciate it. It was great, especially, it was really loud. 7th inning hog call is the best one I've heard in a couple of years. And I'm sure our players heard it.
Thanks, Dave.
Bob?
Hey, Dave, how you doing? I think that was a career high strikeouts for Wicklander. What was working so well for him to strike those guys out that many times?
Well, the first time through, he went a lot of fastballs. He changed it up a little bit, started mixing in a little bit, mostly sliders, a few changeups, busting them in, moving it around. I didn't realize that he had that many strikeouts, but, until after the game when I looked at the box score. But just, I don't know. I think just he had a lot more command tonight, and he was able to get ahead in the count, get him guessing a little bit, hit his spots.
And Cobb's, pretty efficient, 3 innings, 39 pitches. Even I can tell that's 13 pitches an inning, which is pretty good, I'd say. How'd you feel about his efficiency and what that'll mean for his availability the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, 3 innings, 39 pitches was outstanding. Yeah, I would say he's available, and just good job throwing strikes, getting ahead. I think he maybe walked one hitter, and I think in that at bat, I think he had the hitter down maybe 1-2, and just it slipped away. I give the hitter credit, but yeah, he'll be ready.
Okay, thanks.
Andrew Ellis.
Hey, Coach. Earlier in the year, you said something along the lines of you just wanted Wicklander to pitch the way that you know he's capable of pitching. Did you ever imagine that he would put together an SEC season quite like this?
Well, it's hard to envision it because he was struggling. He was struggling at the end of last year when things finished up, and all we had to go off of was what we saw in the fall. And I guess after a couple outings, I envisioned it, but probably not until we saw it. But he deserves it. He's worked extremely hard, and he's been through a lot, and I'm just really happy for him.
Seth.
Dave, was there any thought to throw Wicklander back out there in the 7th?
Just a little bit, but he was at 96 pitches, I think. Yeah, 96. So that was pretty much the end of that. If it had been 85, maybe. But once he got in the 90s, we thought, hey, we got a lead. Let's go for it right here.
Randy.
Dave, talk about the work by Casey behind the plate in regards to Kevin. It pretty well seems like it allows Kevin to throw just about any type of pitch that he wants.
Well, it does, and they know each other extremely well, and we don't get in their way too much, honestly. Like I've said before, we want to keep that rhythm going, get the ball, get your sign and go. And Kevin pretty much throws whatever Casey puts down, and we throw in a suggestion. If Casey might go with it, he might not. We don't mind either way. It's a suggestion. So he's the one sitting back there. He's got a good feel about where those hitters are standing and what they're doing. So and I think Kevin trusts him, and he goes with whatever he gets.
Caden said on the post-game interview that he guessed properly tonight. He guessed on his first at-bat, the oppo, and then he guessed on the last one, the slider inside. Is it unusual for a kid that young to be able to I guess you can say, guess that well?
Well, I mean, he's intelligent. He's had a lot of big at-bats this year. I think that he's just going off of what he sees. What has the pitcher done the previous hitter or two, and what has he done against right-handed hitter like he is. So, yeah, probably a little unusual, but this time of year, they're really not first-year players anymore. They're really second-year guys. They got a lot of at-bats.
Coming back around, Hutch.
Dave, I think if I remember right, it looked like it was raining pretty good when Cops was out there at one point. How did you think he handled the elements, and does that make it even more impressive what he did out there today?
Yeah, I mean, he handled it great, obviously. Just the one walk, and he seemed to be ahead of most of the hitters. And it rained for about 3 minutes pretty hard. And other than that, it was light. And, I mean, we played a lot of wet weather this last 5 or 6 weeks. So I don't think it phases him too much. As long as he can keep his feet underneath him, and the mound was in really good shape.
And what did you think of the plays? I think Nesbitt and Slavens both had good ones there in the 7th and 8th innings. What did you think of those?
Well, the Nesbitt play was a great play because there was 2 strikes on the hitter, and he got jammed a little bit and chopped it into the ground. So Nesbitt was already playing back because of the 2-strike count. He knew his only play was to barehand it. Ball was wet, made a perfect throw. Runner's not real quick, but he got him, and that was a great play. And then Slavens just leaving his feet. That was a good job to go out there and put his glove on the ball and knock it down. I think it went in and out of his glove, and he had 2 options. He could have flipped the ball to Kevin that wanted him to flip it, but at least he got to the bag on that dive. I didn't know if he was going to quite get there. It looked like he kind of got stuck in the dirt.
Bob.
Yeah, Dave, I mean, Casey's always going to give you a ton behind the plate, handling the pitchers, all that. But when he has an offensive game like this, how nice is that?
It's great. I mean, when it seems like when Casey gets a couple of big hits, we're winning. And, he works hard. He's a switch hitter, works from both sides, gets a lot of swings in, does extra work. And he deserves to get some hits. I'm telling you, he's done a great job.
Thanks.
Okay.
Randy, you have anything else?
I was just gonna ask Dave, you got 96, you mentioned 96 pitches out of Wicklander, 6 innings. What were your expectations going into this game for Wick?
Well, we were hoping he'd give us 6 innings, honestly. That's usually about, going to be in the 90s most of the time, especially since he strikes out a lot of hitters, the count's going to get up there. Our biggest probably decision was, did we want to go right to Kevin or did we want to bridge it with another pitcher? And Coach Hobbs and I discussed and decided to go with Kevin.